Hello everybody, welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew, and I am continuing the 80s series. Yes, we are going back to the 80s. Last week I did the Walkman. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know whoever saw it might have had a Walkman, may have not have had a Walkman, but this week we are talking about Cabbage Patch Kids. Yes, that's right. I know. Listen, when I was younger, everybody had these Cabbage Patch Kids. It was crazy. Not sure if you had one or even know what they are, but I for sure had a Cabbage Patch. I know I had one. My brother had one. Both my brothers had one. Everyone I know had a Cabbage Patch Kid, right? When you think of 80s, you think of Cabbage Patch Kids. And they were great. So, Cabbage Patch Kids are a line of one-of-a-kind cloth dolls with plastic heads produced by Calico Industries in 1982. They were inspired by the Little People soft sculptured dolls sold by Xavier Roberts as collectibles and registered in the United States in 1978 as Little People. So they weren't originally called Cabbage Patch. They were called Little People because, you know, they had... If you had a Cabbage Patch doll, you know what they look like. The brand was renamed Cabbage Patch Kids by Robert L. Schlafler when he acquired exclusive worldwide licensing rights in 1982. So yes, it got a little makeover, but man, these dolls were everywhere. I remember the package they came in. They came in like some big plastic thing, and they had girls, guys, they had all sorts of Cabbage Patch Kids, and of course I had to get one. I got one, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know if I still have it. My mom might have it, but I'm not sure. I'll have to go ask her. God, I remember. It was great. The new doll brand set every toy industry sale records with 3 years running and was the most popular line of children's licensing products in the 1980s. Has become one of the most longest running doll franchises in the United States. The characters and graphics created by Schlafler and developed by his company were used on the Cabbage Patch product, ranging from children's apparel, bedding, and infants to wear the record albums of board games. So they just got it. They got everything. They made so much money with these Cabbage Patch dolls. And the one thing that I remember with the Cabbage Patch dolls that was really cool is that you got to like adopt this Cabbage Patch doll. So you would get paperwork, you know, you would fill it out, you know, and then you would send it back and it would get like registered, like you would adopt this cabbage. That was the shtick of it all. And when I was younger, I mean, I swear, I thought that I adopted this little doll and I was like, oh my God, this is my best friend. This is it. He's my best friend. So yeah, and I think I named it, oh man, what did I name my Cabbage Patch? I think it was very simple. I think it was like Mark or something like that. I think I used my middle name, or maybe I even named it me. I can't remember. But I knew that everyone had one. Like I said earlier, my older brother had one, my younger brother, or my middle brother, my cousins. And I remember we went to one Christmas, you know, like at grandma's house, and you know how you exchange gifts and everything. I swear, every gift was a Cabbage Patch doll to all the grandkids and cousins, and it was so funny. My Lord. So yes, going back now, let me know, comment below if you have ever had a Cabbage Patch doll And if you did, do you remember the name? Give me a cool story about your Cabbage Patch doll. And shit, even if you have it, send me a picture. You know, why not? But the one crazy thing is, like, yes, I don't think these are collector's items by any means. I still know that they make them today. There's a website you can go and, you know, get Cabbage Patch dolls, but nothing like they were in the 80s. Man, even when I went to my friend's house, there it was, lying on the bed, Cabbage Patch doll. You know, you go to their siblings' rooms, there it is, Cabbage Patch doll. They were everywhere. They were everywhere. They probably couldn't make enough of these in the 80s. But one cool fact about these Cabbage Patch dolls is some of the most expensive Cabbage Patch Kids on eBay include the sets of the 2008 presidential, vice presidential candidates. President Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, Senator John McCain, and Sarah Palin. $60,000 for these Cabbage Patch dolls. No way. I think even back in the day, when the Cabbage Patch dolls came out, I want to say that they were maybe $20, maybe even $40. It was like between $20 and $40, because the packaging alone cost $20. I know that, because they were so big. Like, the packaging was like this big, and I remember when I went to the toy store, like one aisle was specifically just for Cabbage Patch dolls. Like, the whole aisle was Cabbage Patch dolls. It was crazy. And you could, you know, so many different varieties. And I even think they came out with Cabbage Patch pets. It got ridiculous. I mean, obviously I grew out of it, but I had mine for quite some time. I remember even when I was in my, like, maybe even a teenager, that it would just sit there in the corner on my bed. It was like one of those dolls you just couldn't get rid of, because in my mind I knew, I was like, oh my God, I adopted this thing. This is my buddy for life, you know? But then, you know, the older I got, I don't know where the hell it went. I don't think I threw it out. But then again, I could have. But then again, who knows? I'm freaking old right now. So yes, that is the one drink for the 80 series, Cabbage Patch dolls. I know you had one. Everybody watching had one or knows what they are. So yeah, comment below. Let me know, let me know your Cabbage Patch story. But when you think of the 80s, you think of Cabbage Patch, right? One of them. I know Mullet, Tapes, which we'll be getting to, don't you worry. Yeah, so Cabbage Patch dolls is today's topic. Thanks for watching. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on all major platforms where podcasts are played. Everywhere. Whatever platform you use, you just type in One Drink Podcast, and bam, we are there. You'll be able to hear our beautiful voices and talk about all the crazy, weird, stupid stuff that we talk about, because that's what we like to do. If you want to be a guest, talk about some 80s, please come on the show. There's several things we could talk about, you know? I know you got some funny stories about some 80s stuff that's going on. But yes, until next time, see ya.